All right, let's talk about how to not accidentally disinherit your kids. Okay, what does this really mean? I mean, nobody wants to disinherit their kids. That just doesn't even sound right. Of course, it would obviously be an accident if this happened, and we want to make sure we help you avoid that potential mistake. So, what could this really mean? Let's think about an example. Let's say, oh, you were married, living life was great, whatever happens, you end up getting divorced, and then getting remarried. You had some kids, your new partner had some kids, you get married, life is great. And then you change and update your beneficiaries, which you make sure you need to do. You're updating your beneficiaries and you put everything into your new spouse's name. They're the primary beneficiary, right? Like they're the ones that are going to inherit anything. That's your spouse. Now, you might want to have some things set aside for your kids or whatever it is, but let's just say certain accounts, you just have your new spouse on there as the primary beneficiary. Nothing wrong with that as long as they're around. Well, what happens if something happens to you? Your money goes to your new spouse, which is great. They would do the right thing. Something happens to them. What happens? Oh, remember that new spouse? He has some kids or she has some kids. Who do you think the beneficiaries are on his or her account? Probably their kids. Now, what about your kids? Your kids are over here. They didn't get anything because the way you had your titles on your accounts meant that it went to your spouse first, and then who knows, it could be 2 days later, something happens to them, it passes to their children. You accidentally disinherited your children. Now, this may seem like outlandish or it might not happen. When I tell you this happens every day, it happens every day. So you really need to understand how you have your accounts titled, what happens when you pass away, depending on how your account's titled, and how that works with wills and trust and probate and everything like that. So feel free to join us. We'd love to see you on our webinar coming up. We're going to do a deep dive into this topic, explain a little bit more, and answer live questions. We hope to see you there. Click below to register.